What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everybody doing today? Back in March of 2017, I think it was March of that year, I made a video called The Creep's Original Collection where I outlined my life with Atari 2600 as it stood in my own home, not talking about the games I played at my friend's house or elsewhere, but the console I specifically had and the very limited amount of games that I had because of our situation when I was a child, okay? And it was a very small cluster of games. And I went through them all, talking about I had this system, I had these games, and I gave a little snippet, maybe a little memory about each one in particular. And I've only done one actual gameplay video on that list, and it was for Journey Escape. Now, I got other games like Space Invaders, which I keep telling everyone's my absolute favorite port of Space Invaders anywhere, and yet I've done a single video. I have not done a single video on it. We will get to it. It's kind of like that teenage girl. She wants the first time to be super special. I think I kind of feel that way about playing Space Invaders for you guys. I have other games like Combat and Target Fun, which is Air Sea Battle for the Sears branded stuff, the Telegame stuff, which are two-player games. And I don't think they could translate into a decent video for how I play or how I record. But regardless, and of course we have Pac-Man and E.T., which I have to actually have a joystick for Pac-Man. And lately I've been using this. So can I just get unlazy and hook up a console to a TV? Certainly. Will I? Maybe. We'll see if I do continue this. And of course, E.T., I just don't want to hear it anymore from people about fuck the worst game. This game sucks. And then we get to today's game. This is the game I was motherfucking dreading. Now, I don't know if this game just didn't age well, or if I just completely suck at games now, because we've talked about this, getting worse at games as you get older. Okay, I've noticed games I could beat no problem. I can barely play worth a dime today. But I don't know if Astro fucking Blast on the Atari 2600 just didn't age well, or if I just suck at games, or if it's a combination of both, or if it's neither altogether. I don't know what kind of weird rocket surgery was going on with this. But regardless, we are going to thumb our way through it. I'm going to turn the sound down because you're not going to want to hear that constantly. Now, before I actually hit the button, I want to say this. I used to play this game for hours. No lie. This is one of those games that drove me to do a little bit better next time. I've played it 4 times this week to prepare for this video. I don't think I've broken 500-600 points. Back then, I could easily get 5 digits. Here we go. I don't do auto fire. I can hold the button down like this and do auto fire. Now, I don't know if the game just didn't age well. Here's what I'm trying to get to. I can't get underneath that guy. Fuck. I don't know if the game just didn't age well because my hard copy, my actual cartridge, I thought was broken because it was playing this badly. And then I started thinking maybe it was the emulation. Then I remembered, of course, my actual cartridge was fucky. So I'm guessing it's just the game itself and how it plays. But I remember playing this a lot with original hardware and having no problem playing it. It was not this difficult for me. So if you don't know, this is a port of Astro Smash on the Intellivision. And that could have a lot to do with why it doesn't translate very well to the Atari. And I'll get to that here in a second. And the idea is this is kind of like a mashup of Asteroids and kind of your Space Invaders style shooter. I'm not saying Space Invaders because there's obviously no invaders besides rocks. I can't get underneath anything! But just where your gun turret is and all that stuff. And the idea is you're going to blow up all this crap, and if anything passes you and gets past you, you lose points. And as you shoot stuff, you get points. And it's a really decent mechanic. And after so many points, the screen changes color obnoxiously to let you know you're doing well. And that's really all there is. You get the big asteroids that split into 2 if you don't hit them dead center. And you have all the little ones that just kind of float around. Now, you see I'm having a lot of trouble getting underneath a lot of these things. And the controls have this weird... They almost feel like they need a paddle. This should have been a paddle game. It feels like I'm playing a paddle game with a joystick, or in this case, of course, a gamepad. Whereas the Intellivision disc, I think I would equate it more to like a paddle style controller. I'm not saying that it's the same analog kind of controller, because is that what it is? Is it analog versus digital? So is a paddle considered analog? I don't know. Someone will correct me down below, and that's fine. But you get what I'm saying. So this game was designed to be used with the Intellivision paddle, which, by the way, I recently played for the first time in like 30 years. And I absolutely love this game on the Intellivision now. I can't remember if I did a video or not. If not, we will do a video. I remember... I think I played it live. I played it live for a quick snippet. But we will do an actual video. Okay, 695 points. We'll play another round. But in that, it was designed for a different kind of control, translating over to the Atari. Now, I don't know if they did it on purpose to sabotage it, or if it's just the way they translated it over. Or maybe they started it as a paddle game, because this game would be an amazing paddle game. And if somebody out there with the know-how could actually get into it and then translate this into a paddle game, I would fucking buy that cart all day long. I absolutely love this game. I loved it when I was a kid. I fucking loved this game. No joke. I would sit in front of the TV and just fucking play this. And when I got 10,000 points, that wasn't good enough. I wanted 10,500. And then when I passed that, that was not good. I wanted 20,000. And I think I've gotten close to 50,000 in this game. I don't remember. Guys, this was back in any time between 83 and 87. I'm thinking of the house itself that I lived in when we had this stuff going before the NES and when we ended up moving. See, I can't get underneath that fucking asteroid. But there's really nothing more I can talk about aside from just when my setup was, and I don't know if I talked about my setup in the Creep's original collection video. But I had the Atari, and it was originally down in the living room, and I could never use it because between my two brothers, my sister, and of course my mom, and my dad never watched TV unless it was football or something, right? Sunday was Dad's day for the TV. No one fucked with the TV on Sunday. I was going to say, is there anything coming or what? Me and my buddy Jared were walking down the street one day, and we saw a TV in the trash. And I remember that you couldn't change the channel. There was something snapped with the damn controller. But because everyone had cable-ready stuff going on, it was already on channel 3. So I brought it home and hooked it up to my Atari in my bedroom. And then eventually, don't judge, we found an easy chair, a nice lazy boy, in the trash. And it was fine. It was a fine chair. It wasn't gross or anything. It had a few rips in the armrest. So we brought that up, and that was my setup. I would kick back in that, grab my joystick, and I would play this game for hours and hours and hours. It was one of those games that, even though it feels like it sucks today, I never lost interest in. Atari was your typical... You sit in front of the TV and you put a pile of games in front of you because you're going to rifle through them. You're going to play this game for like 5 or 10 minutes, maybe less, maybe more. And then you're going to move on to this game. That was Atari. Unless it was like you and your buddies trying to compete with each other like me and my friends would do with Kaboom. Now I'm not even giving a shit. I'm just talking. I'm just kind of playing and talking. I'm going to ignore that telephone call because I don't give a shit. I'm making a cool video about AstroBlast. But this game... I don't know who that is. But this game was more of a... I gotta get better at this. I gotta get better at this. And it was a challenge to me. And it wasn't one of those only, like, couple rounds and done, like a lot of games were. This one kept my interest for a long time. And, you know, maybe it could again. Maybe I could get used to it. Like, I think I'm kind of getting used to it right now. As I get killed. But, I don't know. Que sera, sera, right? But there's really nothing more to it aside from just my fond memories of this game. Playing it for hours, hours, hours. I'm kind of getting it. I'm kind of getting it. Maybe I'll make this a challenge to myself because I'm almost at 1,000 now. So that's better. Sometimes you just got to give games a chance, right? All games' lives matter. Except for the ones that truly suck. There are some games whose lives don't matter. And no, I wasn't trying to get political there. I was making a joke. Don't get fucking all sensitive on me. Talking about sensitive, since I haven't been smoking, I've been a sensitive little girl. Excuse the expression. I've been crying and whining about all kinds of stuff. Not like literally crying. Like on the marketplace, there was a lady selling this guitar. It wasn't a really expensive one. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know, my personal one, you saw this. And she wanted $20 for it. It was called Johnson, and Axel made it. And they're not bad guitars. They just, you know, a couple of upgraded parts, and it's a really good platform to mod. She wanted $20 for the fucking thing. I'm like, I can handle $20. If you let those satellites go, they'll blow you up. And I just couldn't get underneath it. So I messaged her, like, within minutes of her posting the damn thing. I'm like, I can be there in less than an hour. I'm only a couple towns away. And she's like, well, I'm at work, so it'll have to be later. So my next message to her was, okay, yeah, that's fine. Just let me know when you're available. I would really like first dibs on this thing. I heard nothing back from her. She ghosted on me until the next morning, where she said, Chris, are you still interested? And I'm thinking to myself, and this is where if you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw this. I'm like, what part of let me know when you're available, I want first dibs, didn't you understand with my last fucking comments? So I just wrote back yes. And she ghosted on me again. The fucking thing got sold. Bitch sold it. Alright, we're going to get to 1,000 today. Oh, what? It didn't want to move. Now that could just be my emulation. Sometimes it doesn't like the controller. Whenever I reconfigure it for a system, like if I decide to change the button layout, it takes the emulator a couple of minutes to figure out I want to do something, but it stops it all. It stops all of it. Like left and right and stuff don't work right away, and slowly each one will come. Sometimes you have to die a few times. It's weird, but you know what? That's the price you pay for faking your game. And I'll admit this is faking. You're still playing the game, but it's you're faking it. You're faking it to make it, brother. AstroBlast, Astro Smash, really fun games. This one didn't age as well as the Intellivision port, sadly, because I'm an Atari guy. But that's alright. That's alright. Hopefully the Intellivision and Nico will have a copy of this, a little bit updated one. And when I say updated, I don't mean like, let's add a story mode and all that shit. I mean, you know, just give me some decent graphics. Something pretty sweet. You know, don't go too crazy with it. Add some other elements to it, something that's interesting. Like in the Intellivision one, you can warp. You know, add that. Well, obviously it probably will have that because it's the Intellivision, but Amico. But I don't know. It's still a fun game. It really is. And though I'm not as good as I used to be, nor does it hold my attention as much as it did, it's still a great memory in the Creep's original collection. And I'm happy to have picked it up finally, gotten the balls to pick it up. And I think a lot of the reason why I didn't do it to begin with is because I thought my cartridge was broken. Because it is. It's like all or nothing with this stupid joystick, or in this case D-pad. There's no fluidity to how your turret sways back and forth. And that's a shame, because this is a fun game. It's very challenging. And even if it played a lot better, it would still be a good challenge. I mean, think about it. You miss an asteroid, and you lose points. So you need to try to hit more than you lose. And if you get any of those satellites, and they get past you, you just blow up anyway. So, yeah, I guess that's really it. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So guys, that was AstroBlast for your Atari 2600, which I played quite a bit on my Heavy Sixer Series telegames as a child. Let me know your thoughts on AstroBlast versus Astro Smash. You can give me a comparison. I've told you I think the Intellivision port aged a lot better, and is a lot more fun to play today, even emulated. A lot of games on the Intellivision aren't emulated very well, control-wise, because of that fucked up disc controller that it's got. But either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this game, and any feedback concerning me playing it for hours. Did you have that with any game similar to this? I'm sure there are some games like that you did have that. And I'm talking pre-NES. I'm talking these ones. Intellivision, Atari, Coleco. The systems where you played for a few minutes and swapped cartridges. That kind of deal. But either way, guys, go ahead and leave your feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Don't forget, you could win a custom 7800 gamepad, not joystick, gamepad, by following the directions in the video I will put on the bottom over here at the end of this video. And even if you don't want the controller, if you could donate to the Alzheimer's Association, that would be greatly appreciated. Support me and my walk down to Alzheimer's this September 22nd, which is a Sunday. That link will also be down below should you just not be bothered to enter the contest. But if you donate, I'm going to fucking enter you into the contest. So if you truly don't want to be in it, let me know. So guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great weekend. We're almost there. We're almost there, and we got something really cool coming up this weekend. I may do a completely separate video. That video actually might go up before this one, so if it's already been up, awesome. If not, look forward to it. And either way, guys, take care, creep it real, and bye-bye.